It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Chigoziem Okonkwo. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Titans and the Bengals coming up next.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Nashville. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their fifth-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 70 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have...
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Titans ready to go on offense for the first time. And it's Will Levis, the 25-year-old at quarterback, in his 2nd season out of Kentucky.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Play action now. Levis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the... And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. In trouble, and he's taken down. Harold Landry racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Levis to throw it. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Levis. That finds the former Jaguar, Calvin Ridley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tony Pollard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's putting together a remarkable season. Currently the NFL's leader in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 2. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Encroachment defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. You talk about this Titan defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the option left, it's Burrow. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
Call it a loss of 2 there on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire to about the 33-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down is Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Cincinnati.
Burrow looking to pass. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Burrow will throw. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. And that last throw is going to do it. The passing yardage there is going to be enough to break Peyton Manning's mark from 2013 of 5,477 passing yards. So congratulations to him on what has been a downright outstanding season. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? To the air again, Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Trenton Irwin from 3 yards out. And the Bengals are able to add on to that lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Out come the Titans now.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Hopkinson in motion left. Levis back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And 6 yards to go.
Here's Levis. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 46-yard line.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Levis looking to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
The Titans at 5-8, 3 games under 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now Levis. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw, it's Levis. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Calvin Ridley.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check. and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Here's Burrow.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
This is 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Escaping the pressure right. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. Sheds off the tackle. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Titan football.
Tennessee offense set to go again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Levis to throw it. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now it's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Bengals.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They go play action with Burrow. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
No surprise to see a sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6.
Now it's Burrow.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack.
Burrow, throw left side, complete to Chase. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Levis. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards. This from 54 yards away. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Joshua Dobbs leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Levis sets up to throw here.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Off the play fake, Levis. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
In motion, the tight end. Levis back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up. Speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Burrow will throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 16.
Brings up 2nd down at the 32-yard line.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Harold Landry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. This is taken at the 15.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Titans getting set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Levis now off of play action. Okonkwo holds it in left side.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
False start. Offense.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. Finding room at midfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connect.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Little bootleg here. Levis looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
Folk's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
First down, Bengals.
Here's Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
And Burrow going to throw again.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Now Burrow. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Burrow looking to pass.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
Play action. It's Burrow.
And this is going to be incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
Now it's Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He just got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on for the fifth time here today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over first and 10. Levis.
And he whips that one incomplete there. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Pollard gets it off the option.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Running right, it's Pollard. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Levis looking to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Out of the gun to give to Spears.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Here's second and 3. Levis to throw it. To the right side and intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Titans are right back in this football game.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Titans offense and quarterback Will Levis ready to go to work once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Levis. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10. Levis back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This offense so far on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake, Levis. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Second and 8 at the 20-yard line.
False start, offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Burrow will throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Put a man in motion left, Ridley. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Well, hang on here. DeAndre Hopkins is shaken up, so we're going to have a pause for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now Levis. Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Here's a give to Spears. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
1st down, Titans, gain of 12. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's another Tennessee Titan.
In motion left goes Burks. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. at the 29-yard line.
Levis sets up to throw here.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Calvin Ridley from 6 yards away.
And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Throwing, Burrow.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. McPherson's kick is good.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So Levis and the Titans now
Down by a field goal, 47 seconds remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Levis, he'll look to throw it. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Gets it to Burks, and he's got a 1st down here as he stops the clock, but just 16 ticks remaining.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
But still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Now throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Cincinnati, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.